Hi guys, Totgs here and welcome to another FIFA 20 player review, and in this video guys, I'm reviewing the 86 rated UEFA Europa League team of the group stage, Bruno Fernandes. This card looks really good. I was able to pick him up for just 30,000 coins, which in my opinion is really good value for the card that he does have. In the 4 games that I did play with him, he scored me 2 goals and got me 7 assists, and he does also have a 4-star big faults as well as 4-star skill moves. Moving along to his stats, his main standout stats are going to be his 91 shot power, his 90 long shots, as well as his 89 vision, and finally his 88 ball control, and it did also have the finisher chemistry style applied to this Bruno Fernandes card. And if any of you guys watched the team of the group stage predictions video that I did do like 5 or 6 days ago, now I actually got nailed on Benzema to get an SBC card and also Bruno Fernandes to get in as one of the Europa League players. He's a fantastic player, obviously doing really well for Sporting, who I think are guaranteed to go through, and who knows, maybe could even be in with a big money move in January or potentially in the upcoming summer. But yeah, great cards. Bit disappointed we only got 2 Europa League cards. We will get an SBC for a Europa League card. I'm hoping Morelos of Rangers. The other card that we got was from Roma, Zanilo or something, as I say his name. I think there could have been maybe a few more Europa League cards thrown in there, in my opinion. But even so, really good value for this Bruno Fernandes card. He's only gone up from an 85 to an 86, but his card looks fantastic. And, you know, listen, the Liga NOS, it's not a bad league, you know, especially when it gets towards team of the season. It usually gets its own team of the season squad as well, and it becomes a very fun league to use. Obviously, you know, Eder Militao, João Felix last year as team of the season cards. But obviously, at this stage of FIFA, it's not the best league, but also not the worst. I mean, you can link him in with, obviously, icons. For example, maybe you got that icon Rui Costa like I have and stuff. You can still link him in relatively easy. Obviously, nation-wise, it might be with a CR7 or something. And in terms of how he's to use in game, he's a great card. I think he's worth 30,000 coins. Let's say that right now as a cam. You know, he got me 9 goal contributions in 4 games. He linked up amazingly well with Benzema. The two of them just bounced off each other so well. They were assisting each other. It was just, honestly, sometimes he'd score a chip shot, sometimes Benzema would score a chip shot. The way that the two of them connected was just amazing. You know, it's just like when I use on my main team Balotelli's flashback card and CR7. The two of those bounce off each other really well and link up well. And it's the exact same with Bruno Fernandes and Benzema. They were absolutely brilliant together. I did also review Benzema. That review is on the channel as well. But his first Pro 4, Bruno Fernandes, for me is going to be his passing, 7 assists in 4 games. That's a fantastic return. That's on the level of like Rui Costa. Don't get me wrong, I love Rui Costa and he will continue to be my main cam in my main team for quite some time. But Bruno Fernandes isn't a million miles away from him in terms of, you know, stats in some areas and how he was to use in game. And obviously, you know, well, Rui Costa is a free card technically if you can get all the icon swap tokens for him. And obviously Fernandes costs 30,000 coins. But yeah, passing wise, you know, he was really good though. You know, 89 vision, 86 short passing, 88 long passing. His all round passing stats are superb. His through balls, his over the top balls to Benzema were really good. So he linked up with him perfectly there. And then the second pro as well will also be his dribbling, 70 agility and 79 balance. Isn't the best for a cam. I would like those stats to maybe be a little bit higher, but in terms of his height wise, I think he is pretty small. Let me just, 5'10". So that means he does actually, because of his height, it makes his agility and balance feel a little bit better. Let's say if he was maybe 6'1" or 6'2". And he was to even have the same agility or balance, because he's taller, it would likely make him feel a little bit more clunky. But because he's not like that tall at 5'10", it actually makes him still really usable on the ball and still nice to be able to dribble with him and stuff. And obviously 88 ball control, 87 composure, and 86 dribbling does make him actually a really, you know, for the most part, a smooth player in terms of being able to cut it and stuff like that, and use his dribbling to effect. You know, it is good, and you know, he's obviously got the 4-star skill moves as well, which is fantastic. So his dribbling and passing I couldn't fault with. His pace isn't too bad for a cam. Good stamina, strength wise, you know, it is pretty average for a cam, 67 strength. Shooting wise, I mean, you know, he scored me 2 decent goals. I think they were both chip shots actually. He's got some fantastic, you know, shooting stats. I mean, only 78 finishing, which goes up to 82. So he goes up to 83 with the finisher chemistry style. His shot power and long shots both go to 99, which is insane. I don't think they felt quite as good as that in game. I didn't really have that many long shots with him though, but his shot power I wouldn't say was up at, you know, 91 or at 99 with that finisher chemistry style. I wouldn't say that personally, but I don't think his finishing is necessarily too bad. I just don't think it was something that I was able to necessarily abuse too much. And obviously, I was also using that Benzema at the same time, who was just pretty much scoring everything for me. So I was just happy to make the passes with Bruno Fernandes, to be honest. But on the whole, it's a really good card. There aren't any major issues to him, in my opinion. I think for the price that he goes from the market, I'd say he's a card that is worth buying, in my personal opinion, for 30,000 coins. And, you know, he's a good cam. He can link in relatively easy. Yeah, this is a card that I would recommend buying. But anyway, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed watching this video. And I'll see you guys later.